1 second. Just got to hit this Facebook button here.
Okay.
Oh crap! I don't know why it's not working. Say something about the Facebook. Okay. All right. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm great. What's your name?
I'm Myron McCutcheon.
Myron, nice to meet you. Where are you coming from?
I'm here in Sebring, Florida.
Oh, cool. Where's that at?
It's about 2 hours, Central Florida, about 2 hours from Orlando.
North?
South.
South of Orlando. Cool. Very cool. All right. Have you been on Pitch Investors Live yet before?
No, sir. This is my first time.
Oh, fantastic. Cool. So just to give you a little bit about Pitch Investors Live, we're here one-on-one with each other, obviously on the app over video conference, but we also have people watching us online on Facebook. Oh, excuse me, I was just getting a phone call. So we have people watching us out there throughout the world, hopefully. So it's not just one-on-one, but there's also a good chance that a lot of people are going to be seeing this. And so if it's not me, it could be other people watching that want to get involved and help you out and work with you and all that stuff. So hopefully there's a lot of people watching, and we could get some good things going here. So love to hear about what you got going on.
Yes. Once again, I just want to thank you, Mr. Harrington, and I want to thank Pitch Investors Live. Miss Diana, she's been completely awesome with us.
The best team ever.
Really helping us out through the process. So, this is a huge opportunity for us, and I just really want to say thank you to you and to Pitch Investors Live and Miss Diana as well. My name is Myron, and my company is ValetPartz. And if you haven't seen the website, you can definitely follow along with us. It's ValetPartz, PARTZ.com. And a little bit about ValetPartz. It's one of those business concepts that kind of fell on my lap. I'm originally from North Carolina, and I'm going to tell you a little bit of backstory of how ValetPartz came to be. I'm originally from North Carolina, and me and my family, we were taking a trip up to Pennsylvania. And about 10 o'clock at night, our car broke down. And, we were just, we were at all. We were on the side of the road. We were on 95. And, we had to call a tow truck to come get us. And they took the car to a garage we knew nothing about. I had to end up calling an Uber to take me and the family to a hotel. And, the next morning I reached out to the garage and, I was asking them, saying, hey, can you give me a little bit of info about what's happening with the vehicle? So they go on to tell me, they say, hey, it's going to take about 5 days before your part gets in and thousands of dollars later for the labor. I'm looking at myself, I'm like, oh man, this is one trip, and thousands of dollars there and hundreds of dollars in the hotel. So later that evening, I was looking on my social media. I came across a gentleman. He had the same make and model vehicle that I had. So I reached out to him and I said, hey, this is what the garage told me about, my vehicle. And he goes on to tell me, he says, you know what? I have that same part on my vehicle that I will bring it to you and install it for you. I can get you back on the road in a matter of 3 or 4 hours. And I was like, oh, wow. It just dawned on me, ValetPartz. It was such a beautiful concept, and what we're looking to do here as a company, we're looking to create an app where people can post their unwanted vehicles for parts. We're also going to have our unique feature, valets. Our valets are mechanics. They're going to be able to go pull the part for you, bring it to you, and install it for you. So this is our platform all together, ValetPartz, and we're extremely excited over here. We're grabbing a lot of traction right now. This is something very new. It's in its own niche right now, and like I said, we're just gaining a lot of traction. The idea is to get more people back to work, getting these mechanics, extra work, getting them back to work, allowing people to post They're unwanted vehicles for parts, no matter if it's a car, truck, ATV, motorcycle, boat. You're going to be able to post your unwanted vehicles for parts. You're going to be able to do this for free. You're going to be able to sign up as a valet for free. There's no subscription to this model at all, and this is the way that we feel we're going to be able to get more people employed and other people able to make a little extra money.
Awesome. So cool. I appreciate it. Good overview.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so like the person who reached out to you and said they had your part, was that on a vehicle that was just sitting in their driveway that they're not using?
Yes, sir. He actually had it posted. He was selling his vehicle for parts. And, I seen that and I was like, oh, wow, my same make and model. He was about an hour away from me at the time. And you know what? He said, I have that part. It's in great condition. And I'll bring it to you. Where you at? I'll bring it to you. I'll install it for you. No need to wait 5 days and pay thousands of dollars. I'll bring it to you, install it for you, and get you right back on the road.
And how much would he charge you for that?
Well, my charge for that was around $500, as opposed to the mechanic shop where I was looking at about $2,200 altogether, and waiting about 5 days.
So how do you know the quality of the part? Because it could be used, it could be destroyed, whatever. How do you know the quality of it?
Absolutely. Really with this model right here, with our mechanics going to pull the part, they're going to be able to overlook the part, look at it, and make sure it is in good condition. We do ask that the sellers are making sure that they are going to be posting good used part. So, within that transaction, we feel like, that'll be good for the consumer. And, once that part is installed for the consumer, and they're happy and they're on the road, everything works. At that point, everybody gets paid. So, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I mean, listen, you got to figure out some way to quality control that, because there's a lot of crooks out there, right? So, okay, cool. So your concept is to create like a marketplace where people could put their parts and consumers could look for the parts, right? What's your monetization strategy? How do you make money?
Okay. Well, every time that we're able to have a part sold, we will take a percentage of that. Every time the valet moves, we'll have a percentage of that too.
So what's the valet? The valet is the guy who actually does the work, the installation?
Absolutely. The valet is what we call our mechanics. They are the mechanics themselves.
Okay, so you got the purchaser, you got the seller, and you got the mechanic in this situation. Sir. Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and how does the actual part get to the buyer?
Okay, that's where the valet comes in. On the app, you'll be able to select the valet. And these valets, they're going to have profiles. They're going to have reviews. They're going to have ratings. So you will select the valet to go out and pull that part for you and bring it to you and install it for you.
Okay, so it's localized then. So no shipping. It's like, localized. You select, you find your part. You select the valet. The valet goes and gets the part, brings it to you, installs it. Bada bing, you're done, right?
Yes, sir. You're right back on the road. Another unique thing about this here, we do have another feature. It's called the virtual valet. So kind of like how we are right now, you're going to be able to go live with your valet, your mechanic, and you'll be able to get the first opinion. So if you don't know what's going on with your vehicle, you don't know what part you need, you'll be able to go live with one of our valets, and they'll be able to look directly at the vehicle and be able to help you troubleshoot through the issue as well. So that was a new feature that we're bringing in. Very excited about that, getting a lot of good reviews about that. It's given us a broader expansion, throughout the country with that. So very excited about that. Another thing is this, we've been talking to a few other companies out there, and anytime you do order a part, let's say you order a part from Advanced Auto or something like that, usually what happens, they ship that part directly to you. So what happens on your end? You still have to go and get a mechanic to put the part in. So on that back end, we see that we can also help increase their revenues by having our valets on that back end to help a consumer install the part.
So that was going to be my next question. Can't you just go online and buy the parts somewhere, right?
Absolutely. That's 100% up to the consumer themselves. And, if they want to buy the part online somewhere else, absolutely. They'll still be able to utilize our valets as well, valets, our mechanics, to come out and help them install the part.
Gotcha. That's cool. That's very cool. And they'll come to your home or wherever your car is?
They'll come to your home, your office, if you're stranded on the side of the road.
Right.
And once again, we're not just going to limit ourselves to cars and trucks. We'll go everywhere from small engine, ATVs, motorcycles, boats, RVs, you name it. Our mechanics, they'll have, like I said, they have a profile, and they'll allow you to search and see what they're capable of doing.
Now is and listen, I know nothing about this. I don't get my hands dirty with all this stuff, but does a mechanic have enough equipment to come to your house, or do you or because it seems like when you
I think I lost you.
Sorry, I was trying to. Someone texted me. I was trying to swipe up, and I clicked on it by accident. Does the mechanic have enough equipment to come to your house? Because it seems like, all mechanic shops, they have the lifts, and they got so many machines and tools and all this stuff. Can they do the job adequately at your house? Is that, is there enough? Yeah.
Absolutely, yes, sir. We've seen and we do know that there are mobile mechanics all across the country.
Gotcha.
They are equipped. They do have the necessary tools that they need to go fix the job. Once again, it does fall back on that profile. So if you need your engine swapped out, you're definitely going to look at the person with that profile that has that capabilities to do that.
Right. Gotcha.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
Cool. Now, in terms of pricing for the mechanics,
Yes,
do you envision that these guys should be cheaper than just taking into a Autobot or to a mechanic shop or whatever you call it?
Absolutely. We definitely want to be competitive on a national scale and on a local scale. We want to make sure we find our medium within that. So along with our platform, we'll be having a 5-minute tutorial with our valets, our mechanics, allowing them to understand the pricing structure, just so we can keep with the motto of our consumers saving time and saving money and getting the convenience of it all.
Cool.
And most importantly, the safety.
Very cool. Very cool. So, all right. So where are you with everything? Have you built the app? Have you started, where are you in the stage of the business?
Right now, we just launched our website about a month ago. I've been talking to a lot of app developers out there. And I'll tell you what, Mr. Harrington, I'm very new to this space as well. I recently just enrolled back into college for my degree in business, so I can learn as well. I do need a lot of help. I will be honest. I've spoken to a lot of people, and I'm vetting them, and I'm looking at some of their previous work as opposed to the app phase of things. So I do have some very good nominees out there that are just also giving me support on other aspects of things too as well. So I'm very pleased with that. I do know that for ValetPartz right now, the biggest feat right now is the marketing. We definitely need the marketing to happen right now, and also beginning the first phase of the app as well.
So have you had any transactions on your site or not yet?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Right now on the site, once again, the site ValetPartz, PARTZ.com. On the site right now, we allow people to register and sign up. So that's going to give us, it kind of gives us an idea of how many people in what area and things like that. So I'm really trying to target, right now it's like Florida and the Carolinas. Just starting out small, getting a small demographics right now.
That's good.
So we can make a proof of concept.
All right. So how many transactions have you had?
Right now we're close to 1,000.
So how much revenue have you generated?
Well, I'm sorry. Let me make sure I reiterate this here. As far as transactions, no, sir. As far as signups, on the stage of mechanics, consumers, and sellers. That's where we're at right now, and we're looking to amp that up right now at the first phase. Once again, I just launched the website about a month ago.
Oh, okay.
There were some learning curves, if you will, that I had to learn. So, once again, having a strategic partner with me, some guidance, someone to kind of help me along through this process would be a great deal of help for us here at ValetPartz. But no transactions right now, sir, not at the moment. But with that being said, we're constantly going out there trying to knock on the door of the bigger companies. I've been approached by some up and coming platforms that would love to have ValetPartz, handle the section of mechanics for them on their platform. So, there are some talks going on right now. I was recently just talking with CarShield the other day, and there may be some possibilities through them. So we're looking at some strong possibilities.
Cool. Good.
Yes, sir.
So my thoughts, listen, great job explaining it all. I completely get it. That's the first step, because a lot of people come on here and they don't really explain it. So good job. I like the concept. I'll say a couple things. Is that one, I have no idea about this business, this industry at all, right? I have zero idea about car parts and mechanics, and I try to stay far. I actually have to bring my car to get inspected, but I'm actually really procrastinating on that because I hate having to deal with that.
It's a good time to sign up.
Oh man. So I know nothing about like that world. I don't know the market. I'd like to kind of do research, look into the market of that, the used car part market, check out some of those other mobile mechanic businesses.
Yes, sir.
Because I need to understand, like, is it just as easy as just to go into a mechanic shop and do it? How much money are you going to save by going this route? All that stuff. So, I probably wouldn't be a consumer of this, just because, for whatever reason, right? But doesn't mean that it's not going to be, there's not a huge market for it. I typically buy new cars that hopefully never need anything. So, and get rid of them. So, having said that, like, I like what you're doing. You're going after a niche, right? I mean, the old phrase, like, riches in the niches, right? Which is pretty cool, because, if this is a big market, if this is a revolutionary idea in this industry, you could hit it and you could be the go-to guy for something like this. And again, I don't know what your competition is. I don't know what else is out there. All that. I will say, for us, it's just too early. I think what you probably really need right now is either, I don't know if this is possible, either get money from friends and family, or just a very strategic person who's probably close to you, who believes in your passion and your work ethic and all of that, that could help get a little money in to get this thing kind of really up and running, right? Because that's what you need. You need that type of that guy that's the guy or gal that's close to you, the angel investor that's ready to give a little bit of money to get you to a certain stage where you can go out and get real money to scale the thing. Because I think you have a lot of work and testing to do before really even getting to that point, because it's still so new, right? You just launched the site. You're onboarding people. You're onboarding mechanics. You're onboarding part owners and individuals who own the parts and whatnot. I like how you're hitting local markets first, because trying to go national right away. It's a big mistake that a lot of people make in something like this.
Yes, sir.
You need to infiltrate your area. It's what area is the easiest area to infiltrate where you're at. So
Yes, sir.
so I like that. I would listen. I say and listen. It's cool that you understand you need a strategic partner. You need help. You're going to get some education regarding that, which is amazing. But just in general, I think it's too early, honestly. Like if you come back to us and you say, hey, we've gotten all these users on board, this huge demand, this huge this, that, and we need money to scale this thing. We're there, right? But it's where you're at right now is a huge risk for any investor that's going to put money into it. So you got to find that guy who, that person who's close to you, understands this industry, could probably provide more value than we could. I mean, we can provide all the value in marketing and whatnot, but who knows this industry inside and out also, and and go from there. You don't need to go big. I think I saw here. What are you saying? You're looking for like $200,000 or something like that. So you don't need to go big to start and to get out there. It's a lot of knocking on doors and trying to make people aware of this in your local area, which sounds like you're doing a good job with already getting 1,000 people on board, which is pretty.
Yeah,
cool.
Yes, sir, absolutely. And like I said, it's definitely scaling right now, and we're very excited here. Every day the team is going out, against the grind, and we're educating ourselves every day as well. And truthfully, the strategic partner is what I was looking for at the moment, and we really believe that this could pretty much be the Uber of mechanics, if you will. We do know that there are already people on Craigslist, even on the marketplace on Facebook, that post their unwanted vehicles for parts. We already know that happens, and that's been happening for quite some time.
You should reach out to every single one of those people to get them on your platform.
You know what? We're trying. Believe me, we're trying. And we also know that there are mobile mechanics out there throughout the United States as well. So, bringing those two platforms together is what we're looking at. A lot of times these mobile mechanics, they got to fight hard, tooth and nail, just to get that next job. I've spoken to a lot of them, and, to have a platform to where they can start receiving work orders is amazing for them. I've spoken at colleges, people that are diesel mechanics, those that are learning the trade. A lot of times these students, when they leave college, they have to cross-train into something else to provide for their families. They have this knowledge, but now we're going to give them this platform to be able to pretty much create their own business through this model.
Yeah.
So we're very excited on some of the things that we've seen so far, some of the people we've been engaged with right now. So we are definitely scaling. This is something that has, there's no one else out here doing it. As far as my legal team, goes, there is one other company that is somewhat similar. Just to answer your question from earlier, I believe they're out of California, and what they do is just real cut, dry, and simple. I believe they just use mobile mechanics only for cars. So the system has been proven that it does work, and I believe they're climbing too as well. But for us, our scale is, not just cars and trucks. We go small engine, motorcycles, boats, RVs, and things of that nature. So we're really trying to bring the consumer, that value of, being able to have their cars and things worked on at their convenience, and also saving some time and money, along the way. So that's pretty much our way out and platform there, sir.
All right, cool. All right, so man, so get my contact information from the Pitch Investors Live team.
Okay.
Stay in touch. Let me know how things are going.
Okay.
Happy to have conversation and keep the convo going.
Absolutely.
All right. Hey, are you an advocate of breast cancer?
Absolutely. I lost both of my parents to cancer, sir.
Oh, sorry, man. Yeah, it hits everyone. I think what's the thing? It's like 95% of people have been affected by cancer, right? So sorry to hear that.
I'm a true advocate of it, and if there's anything I can do to support anyone or help anyone going through these troubling times, battling cancer, I'm there.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yes, sir.
That's great. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Great talking to you.
Yes, sir.
And stay in touch.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mr. Harrington, and thank you, Pitch Investors Live.
All right. Have a good one. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.